Hey guys, and welcome to another part of Deus Ex Revision. We just finished off the Statue of Liberty, or Liberty Island, taking care of a lot of the NSF and interrogating the terrorist leader in finding out what they've done with the ambrosia shipments and trying to find out where they've distributed it. So we've come to Battery Park after a little bit of shakedown, and now we're going to find out where it is that they're operating. So apparently they've got like some sort of hideout thing going on here, but well, I guess we'll find out when we go to it. And also apologies for my really crap narration of what I was talking about in the last part, but basically before the part starts, not before the recording, as I so idiotically put. So yeah, whatever, just ignore me. Anyway, let's go.
Alright, let's go. The terrorists are in a fighting retreat. A few have barricaded themselves inside Castle Clinton.
Lead the way.
Our orders are to locate a barrel of ambrosia they are hiding inside. I will give you a schematic of the barrel, but first we will exterminate the NSF terrorists.
Exterminate?
A precious opportunity we cannot neglect.
What about the rest of the shipment?
That is your brother's assignment. You will take the subway to meet him in Hill's Kitchen. But first, we should deal with Castle Clinton.
Are we going in the front, or is there another way?
A secondary entrance would be useful, but I am aware of no such thing.
Well, unfortunately, I am. Let's see, they've changed this about as well. But just in case, I also want to mention that a few things, whilst we've been recording, have changed, and that have been ongoingly changing since playing these parts. I think I started off on version 1.4.7, I think. Now it's version 1.9.1. Oh no, that's the shifter mod, sorry. Version 1.5. I was starting off on 1.47, I think. But the game has seen a few updates. So some of the outlook and the placement of certain things may be changed a little bit, but who knows? It may be different to me, but for you guys, you're just seeing this for the first time as is anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, let's talk to this kid.
I'm starving. Do you have anything to eat?
Yes, I do.
How about some soy food?
Don't matter. I just need something in my stomach so I can fall asleep.
Here you go. Do you have a place to stay?
I sleep out on the dock where they unload the speedboats.
Speedboats? Is that how the NSF get their supplies?
I don't know. They're always coming in and out of the tunnel behind the soda machine.
Interesting.
I spy on them from the crates. The code is 9183.
Clever boy.
Thanks for the snack, mister.
It's the least I could do.
I'll say. It's good to note that if you don't have any sort of source of food, either soy food or candy bars, he won't give you the code. And the devs, even from the original vanilla game, possibly to now, have been quite methodical about the placements of any sort of food sustenance that's been around. You won't find any. If you come to this area without actually collecting any food in you, or on you, person rather, you're going to have a hard time finding it around here. In fact, as far as I know, you can't. So it's best to stock up before you come to this area. So we want to open that, and we want to punch in the code, which is 9183. It's kind of amazing how, you know, you get a lot of homeless people here. There you go. Opens the soda machine. Boom.
Looks like these tunnels head toward Castle Clinton. I can't find them on the map, though.
What kind of map are you using? Google Maps or something? Because, yeah, you wouldn't find them on Google Maps. Oh, okay, it's gonna keep opening. Nope, that's nothing. Alright, let's go on. So, like I mentioned before, my quantity and weapon placement might change over the course after these chapters. So we're just showing you how it would have been had I been playing this for the first time. We're also going to go through this area without actually knocking any of these guys out. And the reason is because if you attempt to knock all of these guys out whilst going through this, you'll, for some reason, the game triggers that as you killing them. And then Anna Navarra would be pleased. But more so to the point, the game acknowledges you, like the dialogue options are weird, like the game mistakes you for killing them even though you don't, or you didn't. And that's not the kind of approach that I want. Obviously we're going through this whole game non-lethally, for the most part. In its entirety, we aren't going to kill anybody. Now that's not to say we can avoid people getting killed. Alright, people will get killed during this Let's Play. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this on the last part.
I know I heard something.
Crap. But there's nothing you can do to stop that. And thankfully the game doesn't actually acknowledge you killing anybody. Crap.
Is someone there?
So instead of going through that area, we're going to go through here and actually swim under that.
Forget it. I was hearing things.
Blast door that seems to be open. It's kind of weird. It's all been fitted with all this stuff. So what we want to do, we wanted to grab that key, which is meant to be for this thing here. That will open it. We're going to save it, just in case we get some unwanted attention, which we didn't. So there's the ambrosia container, which we needed to find.
Objective complete. Agent Navarre will describe your next assignment and stay behind to protect the ambrosia. Look for her out front.
Yeah. So we want to make sure we don't... crap. We don't want to make sure... Sorry, we want to make sure we don't go through any unwanted attention. Now, this is a door that you are not able to unlock. We could use a lockpick, however, I find it's more beneficial to use this. Yeah, so we're obviously going to grab the attention of that guy that was down there before, but hopefully he's not going to come in the room. Okay, good, that's good. Yeah, it just walks off. So essentially, you could have just used a lockpick, which would probably take one lockpick. In fact, let me just quickly develop my skills. 2800. Okay. Oh yeah, we haven't got anywhere near the next upgrade for that. We will do though, but not for now. In this case, we just wanted to use a rocket gep gun. It's really, that's such a dumb name for that, so I gotta say. But yeah, the best thing to do, if you want to have this safe that was also locked as well, I think that would cost you another lockpick, so you know, you don't want to use both of them. Even though the stealthy approach is kind of what I'm going for here, but you know, whatever. This is just a funny exploit that you could use. So make sure you aim the rocket right below at the bottom part of the door. It'll trigger, making sure it'll hit the front of the safe as well. And that'll also get you a free augmentation canister. Commander Grimaldi? Commander Grimaldi. We liberated 2 canisters of this stuff along with the ambrosia during the Liberty Island raid, but none of our people are quite sure what it is, or what to do with it. Possibly a biological or chemical agent, but without the proper people and equipment, there's no way to tell. Lebedev suggested we keep one of the canisters and a barrel of ambrosia here as a contingency. The rest was shipped out to the airfield an hour ago. So, just for learning ahead of time, there's another ambrosia an augmentation canister in some sort of airfield. Oh my goodness, that takes a long time. Turn that off, turn that off. It's kind of pointless turning this stuff off now. But I tell you what I will do, I'm actually going to upgrade my computer, because I feel like the hacking is a little bit too slow. It doesn't matter to me for the lockpick or the multi-tool stuff, because again, the numbers are going to change, they're going to vary. And we get more exploration bonus because we found the secret entrance from that area.
You're inside the kiosk of Castle Clinton. The bulk of the NSF troops must have gone through here to get underground.
It's kind of weird how his dialogue again triggers from the other end, even though we just found it from the other. We found the entrance on the other side. Now another kid, I think this is a different kid this time, that you want to speak to, and make sure you have some food.
You a cop?
UNATCO agent. How does a little boy get mixed up with the NSF?
I just wanted to find some food, but they didn't have any. And then they started shooting at the police. Got some?
Soy food.
You can have this soy food.
You're cool.
Glad I could help.
Hey, I bet I can help you.
Yeah?
The soldiers have secret tunnels. They take boxes into the tunnel under the fort, but they never bring them back out.
What kind of boxes?
Steel. Big ones.
Thanks. Maybe I'll check that out.
So, it's obviously the kid's just giving you all the information that you've literally just discovered coming out from. But we just did it for the extra skill points, really. That's going to be your friend on this LP. I can guarantee you that. The augmentations are, you know, they're kind of a hit and miss. They're useful for what they are, but you shouldn't rely on them. Crap. There's a lot of NSF.
I think we've got an intruder. Take him out.
Whoa. Okay. We didn't obviously want to get spotted.
Who's there? I think the law's on us. All clear. That's him. He's a cop. 30 credits says I get it. It won't fire.
Did I just... I didn't mean to hit him then. Didn't want to do that.
Who's there? I think the law's on us.
I'm trying to use these arrows to divert them towards Ana Navarro, which weapons have been fired now, so they are fully aware of their presence. It's kind of weird that they just stood there. Like I said, I kind of manipulated them dying, but I wasn't the one killing them, so it's just something that happens. Yeah. Well. Meantime, I'm just gonna... In my original recording, I actually knocked all the guys out and got extra skill points, but, you know, obviously... Because that footage isn't around anymore, and I don't want to subject putting you guys all through that, really. There is a way you can do it, but that's just, you know, just trying to press through it as quick as possible, just to show you the story about what's going on. Oh, another soldier's dead. What a shame.
You were too gentle with the NSF, but I cannot complain. You completed the objective. At least you are not a coward like Paul.
You makes my... Yeah, I chose this option as well, just to get under her skin.
You mechs might have copper wiring to reroute your fear of pain, but I've got nerves of steel.
You are not a mech. You do not know what it is like.
What's it like to stand around revving your actuators while the more advanced units complete the mission? No thanks.
It was my error to believe that UNATCO's superweapon would appreciate the chance to prove himself.
Just give me the next objective.
How dare I delay your search for glory? The NSF in the subway station have taken hostages. Free them, but you know our standing orders. We do not make deals. Use this EMP grenade to disable the electronic detonators of the booby traps. Now we will see who is made of steel.
I can take out a booby trap.
Yep, I'm gonna do that. But we're not actually gonna do what she says.
Your brother Paul has gotten our troops into another mess. Paul has his units scattered and pinned down by heavy resistance in Hell's Kitchen. The NSF regrouped in Hell's Kitchen, perhaps because it is close to where they have taken the Ambrosia.
It's always good practice to exhaust all the dialogue options as well with each character, because sometimes they'll actually come up with information that will actually benefit you, and you can also engage in more dialogue options between you and JC Denton.
Too bad you do not have cochlear implants like I do. You could listen for sonic transducers and not get your head blown off.
Maybe.
You have your orders.
What about you?
Too bad you do not have cochlear implants.
Collect all of the ammo that you're never going to use, or at least I'm not going to use. Hello.
Got 5 credits for someone who's got the Grey Death.
Yeah.
Here you go.
God bless you.
Our country 'tis the sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing.
Interesting. Oh yeah, there's some more NSF around here. What? Oh, I see, yeah. So there's some more NSF and UNATCO agents. I'm trying to knock him out so he won't die. So I want the XP. And I did him a favor as far as I'm concerned. Don't shoot me. Yeah, you'll get different values. The value of each knockout is different too. Don't stand too... Are you freaking kidding me? Don't screw around with them, dude. Don't... Oh my god, he's gonna cause them to blow up. The guy's really messing up this bloody thing now. That's annoying. Essentially, there are hostages down there, and they'll blow the whole place up if, you know, you try to engage them. Which is obviously not what I was trying to do, but the dumbass's AI decided, yeah, let's just run in. So, hopefully they haven't... Crap!
I don't believe what I just saw. Those were innocents. You can't go in and just shoot everywhere. Take the subway to Hell's Kitchen and go talk to your brother.
See, that's the dialogue you get when the NSF have just blown everything up. I didn't want to do that. That... Oh, God, that was annoying.
I saw somebody.
Okay.
Maybe just...
So now I've got to act... I'm gonna try and make sure... Don't shoot me. I've got to make sure the UNATCO agents don't... Or I could just die. That happens as well. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of one-hit kill fails with me on this Let's Play, I'm afraid. That's the problem of playing on realistic. Really... Okay, this is definitely going to be a problem now. I don't exactly know how to deal with this situation. I can't have the UNATCO agents just go in as much as they want. Ow. Okay, if you guys could stop running. Okay.
They've moved into the shanty town.
Yes, they have. Okay. Phew. I think my situation's just improved a little bit better now. Gotta say, I really love the way the Battery Park looks now with the remake version. It's hard to remember what exactly it is that me and Thor discussed about now, because mostly it was something to do with his time in New York and how he went to Battery Park and saw all this stuff, I think, and comparing this graphical enhancement to the original is just so much better. But obviously,
They've got hostages in the subway station.
I'm not going to be able to recount everything that we discussed, so no point. So obviously there's multiple ways in which you can get in here, just like in the original version. We're gonna go this way and try and avoid anybody spotting you. So the NSF are completely covered in this area, and there is a couple of homeless people which they've taken as hostages. So we obviously want to try and get them out.
The NSF terrorists in the subway have threatened to blow up the platform. Watch for booby traps.
I shall. I think what I did the last time as well is I knocked out all of these guys, which you can do, but, you know, I just want to go through this as much as possible. All you need to do is just go to the hostages and tell them that you know, tell them to get on the train, basically, and you'll open it up. Okay, hoping... Alright, I've got a feeling that they might see me. Damn it, what? Let's stand up. This dumbass.
What do I do?
I'm with you, Natko. As soon as I open the train doors, I need you to be ready to run on board.
Okay, so you want to make sure they run on first.
Hot as hell in these masks.
Which they've decided to bug out. Oh, there you go. Now they've done it, thankfully.
Good work. The hostages will be alright. Now take the train to Hell's Kitchen and report to your brother.
I shall. And there you have it. You get 300 XP, I think, for rescuing them, and obviously, if you let them blow up, it's 100. Huge difference.
I'll be okay, thanks.
You saved my life!
So, I think I did. So now, I think we're going to save it here. Just make sure we don't run into any more mishaps. I say, I'm surprised at how fast this is going. That's what happens when you sort of re-record something. You miss out on what it is you did in the original footage because you just want to sort of get on trying to go through it. But I'm still playing this the same way as I normally would.
We're gonna blow the whole place up. Us, them, everything.
Yeah, I know.
They're maniacs. Complete maniacs.
But you're right now.
I'm not going anywhere until the shooting stops.
Get the latest with Charlie. CharlieForeman.net. Oh, iCharlieForeman.net. Yeah, like the I really made any credit to that understanding. Alright, whatever. So we're gonna find Paul now. He's gonna come to us.
What's the situation here? You're taking over. I've got to get my team ready to raid the warehouse.
What about the EMP field?
Still in place. Your primary objective will be to locate and disable its power source. Probably an industrial-sized generator in a large building.
I'll question some of the locals.
I ordered the civilians to take cover a block south of here in the Free Clinic and at the Underworld Tavern, down on the corner.
Maybe I'll start with the tavern. Why'd you have to clear the street?
There's still a heavy NSF presence in the streets, and we're taking some fire. We could use your help if you get the chance.
Maybe I'll do that.
If you need any extra equipment, here's the key to my place at the Ton Hotel. Check the secret closet. Remember? The keypad's behind the painting.
Just like the movies. Second floor, right?
Yeah, and take a charger for the riot prot. We don't need another Anna Navarra shooting spree.
Whatever you say.
And JC, we'll be waiting for you to take down that EMP field.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. You know, there's a reason why Anna Navarra keeps chastising him for not doing a good job, or rather talking bad about him, chastising in a very chastising tone. But we're not going to address that now. That'll be that'll be clear to us later on in the game. Anyway, this is a very terrible rendition, but this is actually the real New York subway station maps. Problem is, this isn't a very good clear picture of it, but we will find better ones along the way. So, yeah. This is Hell's Kitchen.
We're getting reports of a hostage situation in the Ton Hotel, which is at the southeast corner of the block. When you stayed with Paul, did you meet Mr. Renton and his daughter Sandra? We think at least one of them is still inside.
Possibly. Oh, Host. The video game. Interesting. Yeah, so this place has been heavily extended. A lot of cool, neat little signs going on. And, yeah. Page Industries Incorporated. It just looks cool all around. It makes one wonder, like, especially in my case, because I'm thinking, yeah, there's a Matrix reference here. Friday 2.2. Make your choice. The blue pill or the red pill. Personally, I would have chosen the blue pill. All the way. You know, I could totally relate to Cypher more than I could everyone else. Not that I agree with his methods of killing everybody, but you know, it's just one of those things. Yeah, I always found it weird that some of these signs are so high up that you're not meant to see them unless you were like several floors in these buildings. They look cool, but it's like, who are they made for? Are they made for residents or just people in the hotels? Makes one wonder, like, you're paying a lot of money to host these signs. But yeah, everything about this city is changed and extended heavily, so, and I absolutely love it. It feels a lot more fluid. There are roads now, well, even walkways. It's just everything makes sense. And let's
Denton, hey, it's Denton.
You want these?
What?
Give him the grenades.
Look, I know he's your brother, but...
Your brother gave us these things. Look at this. Irritation to all exposed mucous membranes. What's that gonna do?
Just tell Paul to give us bullets next time.
Here's one. Prolonged exposure can damage the bronchial pathways. Prolonged exposure? It's like giving them cigarettes or something.
Look, do you want these things?
Oh, we're gonna go pacifist and just say, yeah, keep them. Those things save lives. I don't personally like to use the grenades anyway, given that they're just more of a hindrance than they are helpful. And for the most part, they just waste time. They do more damage to you than anyone else. All they do is cause people to, you know, cough up or, you know, rub their eyes continuously. But for you, you're actually getting damaged and you can die from them. So I don't like that inconsistency of this game, really. But yeah, we're going to tell him to keep them anyway, because I don't like using the grenades.
Keep them. Those things save lives.
Terrorist lives, you mean? You're just like your brother. If I had your abilities, people would be safe around here.
Ooh, someone's pissed.
Sorry, he's a little worked up. Effective crowd control? What's that supposed to mean? You should talk to your brother about this. Gonna be some really sniffly terrorists. All used to be fine. I don't know what happened. You don't see the NSF using tear gas. Sorry, he's a little worked up. Effective crowd control? What's that supposed? Sorry, he's a little worked up.
Dude, it's okay. You don't need to apologize for him. He wants to be an ass, let him. You notice more and more often that the people, especially the UNATCO agents on your side, are dropping more and more hints as to why, you know, what's going on with Paul. So there you have it. This is one of the shops that you can find. I think the owner of the shop actually has an apartment all the way up there, so I'm not going to break in this place just yet, even though I kind of already have. Yeah, you should see some stuff here and there going around it. Oh, you got some more apartment buildings that you can break into now, which is pretty cool. One of the guys had a bio cell, and we're going to find out. Oh. Actually, I don't want to go over there yet because we've got to. Hang on a minute. We're gonna go over here. That's gonna have a real hard time.
I know the cops in this town. Do something, man. They're gonna kill him.
So, just like the original vanilla version,
I know the cops in this town.
And there's some stuff going on around here with the police and the NSF. Oh crap. The police just got roared. Alright. We're gonna try and
Quiet. I think we got cops.
hopefully they didn't hear me. Please don't turn in my direction. Please don't turn in my direction.
Wait, thought I fascist pig.
I asked you not to do that.
Something moved. Good pig.
I hate that sometimes. I really do. There's no logic to why they face that direction.
I could swear something pig.
Yeah, they're really quick at spotting you as well, which is really annoying. But it's the way it's gotta go. Is he? Oh, okay, actually, I'm just being an idiot. I'm wasting time doing it when they're already facing that way. So it's like, yeah. And this guy won't turn around. Finding a lot of ammo. To which I think... I actually can't remember now if I've actually missed one of the augments I was supposed to have in the previous chapter. I may have done, but... Okay. I can't remember if I'm supposed to have it by now, but it's kind of weirding me out. You're only meant to get one augmentation canister. I know that from the start of the game. But I don't think you're meant to get another one. No, I must be losing my mind. Either that, or I did just miss one, but it doesn't really matter too much. So this area actually is towards where Smuggler is. But we're not actually going to speak to him just yet. We need to figure out what the password is to his place. And the only way to do that... I'm speaking as if you've played this game, the original version before, so...
Son of a...
Oh, these guys are new. And I'm going to serpentine. Yeah. Those guys are just normal thugs, by the way. They're not, Wow, if the NSF... Sorry, if the UNATCO guys die right now, that'd just be sad. All this advanced armor and weaponry. They can't handle thugs. Yeah, oh, criminals rather, sorry. Either way, they're the same. I can't for the life of me remember if I'm supposed to have it. I could have... Maybe I was. I'm just losing my mind. Whatever. Oh yeah, now I remember. No more procrastinating.
Don't you get it? We're broke. You're next.
Hey dude, chill.
Nothing. I checked his pockets. You don't live underground and not have one of Charlie's cards. Make him take off his shoes.
I just sleep down there. They don't give you money unless you're on the council.
Take off your shoes. Charlie has no reason to be stingy if he has a currency encoder.
They just hacked a few accounts. They have some extra cash, that's it.
I'm not asking again.
It's just a bunch of us. We go down there to get out of the cold.
All right, we'll do it the hard way.
Goddamn gun. Come on.
Can't believe I almost died then, but yeah. That's the best way to take those guys out. Oh my god, did I not install this? Oh no, I didn't have a chance to. It wasn't in the last there wasn't a medbot to install this on, sorry. Hey dude, you okay?
Did you see that?
Yes,
It was uncalled for. You mug people, great, you need the dough, but you show some respect.
What were they after?
Especially when it's your ally. They came to us. They wanted an underground base.
So those guys were NSF?
Yeah, the NSF gives guns to anybody who wants to fight. A lot of people just take the guns and do what they want.
So the terrorists are based in the subways? The sewers?
They need to move some kind of secret equipment. Our tunnels are like the crossroads.
Tell me how to find this base, and I bet I can get the NSF off your back.
Underworld. Just remember that word when you see Curly. He lets people in.
Kind of what that password will actually come in a little bit later. But not in this chapter for now.
Gotta move uptown, man. Get out of here.
Yeah. NSF thug.
Next manhole I see, I'm going underground, and I'm not coming up. Back off, pretty boy. Ain't no law tonight. Ain't no reason I don't kill you right now.
You're more than welcome to try then.
You want to get hurt?
Go on.
None of your business.
Do it.
You want to get hurt?
You know, I don't think I'll get anything for knocking this guy out. Or this guy, but I actually don't trust them being around, because it's just like this homeless guy said. These guys just take the guns and do what they want. They're not with the NSF, they're just thugs. They don't care or believe in anything for them. They'll just use it for their own advantage. Hey dude.
Who will help the widow's son? Excuse me? Oh, sorry, I thought you were someone else.
Who the hell did you think I was?
The NSF are playing right into our hands.
Who is this guy, Steve?
I don't hear much about it, but I know the signs. There's gonna be an announcement soon.
I think for the longest time, playing this game over and over again, I never found out his backstory. Which is weird.
We just have to give DC a little push.
Maybe it might come clear in later chapters or something, but I never remembered this guy.
I like to keep people guessing.
You sure as hell do. You're not lying there.
I always beat around the bush. No way I would break the oath.
Oath to what?
I always beat around the bush. No way I would break the oath.
Jeez, if someone can actually figure out who the hell this guy is, and what the hell he's talking about, that would be grand. Hello, Haka.
Yeah?
We're looking for an illegal power generator in this area. Can you help me out?
I might have heard something. How much money you got? 50 credits?
I'll pay you this time, but in the original version I actually didn't pay her. It's just for exposition-wise that I'm doing this now, so it saves you guys having to spend money.
Sure.
Appreciate the business. Yeah, I met this truck driver a while back. He had a lot of cash. I asked him where he got it, and he told me he'd just hauled some power cables to a warehouse near here.
Do you remember the name of the street?
Didn't seem like a big deal at the time. You might try that mech chick who runs the underworld bar. She grew up around here.
That helps a little. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Also, I'm almost dead. It's funny that if they aim for the chest areas, which is obviously not what we want, you can get shot all around on the limbs area and the head area, and it can deplete down to 0 all the way if need be, and you could still be alive. But if the torso, even if that's the only thing that's been damaged, if that goes all the way to 0, that's what kills you. And I'm not entirely sure why. You can even have, like, your head, I think, go completely down, and you'd still be alive, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but that's why I have to constantly save on this difficulty, because you'll have so many instances where it's just a one-hit kill. So cheaply done. You know, if you want to play realistic, you have to play by its rules, I'm afraid. Save stating is not always ideal. Breaks a little bit of immersion, I'll admit, but you can't play. You will get spotted very easily, and you can't afford to play this game in your own way without getting. That's strange. The music's changed now. Oh god, so it's changed. The original, like, so the previous time when I recorded this with Thor, it actually had a different soundtrack. To which I'm now completely confused as to what this is. This is like the enhanced version of the original, which is the second time they've remade the soundtrack, if that makes any sense. I don't know.
I spill my drink!
I'm not entirely sure. What's TC PS2? I don't know, I'll give it a try.
I spill my drink!
Okay, I'm assuming that means the PlayStation 2 version of the soundtrack, which sounds freaking awful, by the way. We're not doing that. Hell no. So we're just going to stick with the revision version, which I wish I actually preferred the... soundtrack before this version that they've implemented now. It just sounds weird. But whatever. That's what we're dealing with now, so we're going to use it. Yeah, the bar's changed quite a bit. Ah, someone's left their money on the chair again. Sucks, but oh well. Yeah, so
buy ambrosia from a drug dealer?
We're talking about your wife, the Grey Death.
I don't know. If I gave it to her, and it was cut...
Jojo's good for it. People know him. He'd be hanging from a streetlight if he was selling bad vaccine. Hey, Shay, Cape Cod. Here's a little vodka this time. Coming up.
Guess I have to do something.
Sorry, I'm just,
You would never forgive yourself if...
I know.
It's to be expected. Ambrosia's a controlled substance. Most people don't even think it exists.
To be paying in chits in a grimy alley somewhere.
You ought to be thankful the dealers got their hands on it. A week from now, listen to me. I say this for your own good. Next week, it might be too late.
So I was just sort of getting into music then, trying to think about it. But yeah, I'm still listening to them, don't worry.
Yes?
Tell me where you plan to get ambrosia, or I'll make sure you're arrested for conspiracy charges. Yeah, obviously you don't want to pick this option, because he won't tell you anything, and then I think the rest of the bar is just gonna, like, give you, like, evils, I guess, you know, just potentially stay away from you. You never get anything done by trying to be a hard ass, so we're just gonna go with the, empathetic curiosity.
Just curious. I thought I heard you say ambrosia.
My wife has the plague.
He already lost his daughter.
Sorry to hear that.
So do I trust some street punk called Jojo to get me pharmaceuticals? Trust him with my wife's life?
I thought Ambrosia was an urban legend.
Jojo probably just wants to sound like a player. I shouldn't get my hopes up.
I don't know what to say. You just have to do what you think is right. Can I ask a question?
Go right ahead.
I'm looking around for a power generator, possibly hidden, large enough to power a building.
You in real estate?
I just need to find it.
Oh, of course. You know, I tied in power at a place a few blocks south. A warehouse. Strangest thing, they wanted to conceal these gas-driven generators on the second floor. Didn't give a hoot if their own people got asphyxiated.
How do I get over there?
No way through the blockades now. We went over some rooftops to get there. There was a lift. The code was 3316, I think.
Thanks for the tip.
Thank you, dude.
I think he should do it. His wife is very sick.
I think he will.
I'm gonna do it.
There you go.
I'm glad. I hope she does better.
Can't be any worse for her than morphine.
Hey, Shay, one for the road. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so if you sort of just go for that empathetic dialogue option to give him, you know, about his wife, I think he also said that he would do it as well, which is pretty cool. Just gonna break in this. So the bar woman behind the counter is Shay. It's weird. Like I'm so inconsistent with my dialogue now. I love the remake. I say remake. I love that the extension of the bar. It actually looks like a bar now. It's like this heavy area here with. It's almost like a lounge area, which looks pretty nice and homely. I'm not entirely sure what this is, but yeah, whatever. Each bar its own. Not entirely sure what that is. It's almost like there's. I don't know. I'm getting a weird Dishonored vibe right now, with sort of the timeline. It's almost like 17th century style theme in this room, and then the rest of it's just sort of brick-layered and other such stuff like this. It's even got a stage with a mic stand. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna talk to Shay.
What can I get you?
You work here. You must know the area. Heard of an old warehouse with an illegal power generator?
Not exactly, but if you're looking for a warehouse, you should probably start in the warehouse district.
Where's that?
A few blocks south. Not a bad walk, but the riot police have blocked the roads because of the NSF.
I'd like to check it out.
Well, you may be out of luck. Even though one of the old warehouses faces onto the park, I don't know how you'd get inside.
Sounds like a good place to start.
Something to drink. Everything in the bar, snacks too, just 10 credits.
That's some heavy augmentation.
Yeah. Ask your Natco, what's it to you?
I'm in the business.
Well, I was in an early program, okay? I can still polish a glass. Good luck with your business.
Damn, someone's got an attitude. I think she's obviously harboring some deep-rooted, shall we say, disdain for the business. So here is the code. I've reprogrammed the key code with the code 8852. Don't forget the code since it's hell to bypass and reprogram it. Now how about that dinner after closing hours? I'm sure you can whip up something. Stay in touch, Matt. Hopefully that's just a platonic friendship thing they've got going on, because honestly, man, I don't know what you're getting into. Yeah, the music's not bad, I guess. We're gonna unlock this. You find 2 multi-tools. It's kind of ironic that oftentimes you'll find more multi-tools than you'll actually use in this area in the game. And the reason I know that is because I end up using the lockpicks way more. Because I've got a lot of notes. Because I've played this game several times, I keep notes on me to stipulate which code is what and where to find it. And if I don't know where to find it most of the time, sorry, if on the odd occasion if I don't know where to find it, I'll just use my notes, because this is kind of a let's play / walkthrough that I'm doing, just showing you about how it can be perceived to be, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna try and heal as much as possible. I wonder what drink the wine. I'm surprised the wine only gives you like 2, but whatever. Anyway, this is Jock, our eventual pilot. Okay, I'm fully healed then, so that's good. Hello.
It's still going on, isn't it? They're shooting people right outside the bar.
Yeah, they're shooting people right outside the bar. I can't do a New York and New York accent to save my life.
I don't know what to do.
But I don't think these people can either. Let's talk to Jock.
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Hey, you look like the vigilante type. What if I said I knew where you could load up on military hardware?
Where's that?
That's valuable information. You'll have to come up with some kind of payment. How about liquor?
I don't have any liquor.
The bar's to my left.
The tap's out. Only bottles.
Fine, give me a bottle. Is it a beer that you wanted? Yeah, I think it was.
A beer, please.
There you go. Shoot.
A beer, please.
There you go.
I think we need 2 because he's gonna ask. We're gonna need some more information from after the first dialogue.
What do you have for me?
You can have this beer.
That'll do. His name's Smuggler. Real paranoid nut. Wires himself in with booby traps, but he knows things. There's stuff in the sewers that only Smuggler knows about.
Thanks. Maybe I'll pay him a visit.
Now I'll tell you something you can't hear from anybody but me.
What's that?
Area 51. You heard of it, right?
Actually, I'd rather hear whether you know anything about a warehouse with an illicit generator.
I worked out there. Most people think they got aliens from another planet, but I didn't see any flying saucers. You want to hear about it? I'll tell you. For the price of a beer.
Kind of interesting how I asked about power generator and you just trolled on as if you think I'd expected to want to hear about it. But I do, I guess, because it's exposition. Just by the by as well, this also applies in vanilla. If you try to use all the beer, it's the same type of beer that you find around here. The, what is it called? The Super 45. But unless you actually buy the beer from her, you're not going to be able to use the beer, just any beer that you find off the counters or anything. Because if you try to pass it off and give it to him, he just says, that's warm, get the one behind the bar. Which is a contrived way of saying it needs to be the type of beer that you have to pay for in order to get it, the information. Which, you know, fine, whatever.
What do you have for me?
And even though we just went down in the cooler and robbed some of Shay's stuff, and drank a lot of that stuff rather, the beer in there looked pretty damn cold. But for some reason he still doesn't acknowledge that beer as being cold. You need to buy it from Shay, which technically I think should be worked on. I feel like if the revision devs just see this, if they ever were to look at it, I would have thought, you know, in the cooling area that should have been considered as cold beer, because it's, let's face it, that area looked like a freezer, whatever. It was supposed to be cold. But whatever, it's just that. I guess that just, if it's just me, fine. But I feel like it should.
You can have this beer.
I appreciate it. Yep, I know for a fact it's not just for government research. I've seen all kinds of executives coming and going.
I'm sure plenty of bureaucrats fly out there.
Billionaires, big executives. I think the whole place has been taken over by a private corporation.
Not likely.
Something's going on underground. I'm a pilot, which means I didn't get any access to the main complex. But a lot of rock comes out of there. It's some kind of mine. But what I don't understand is why they're always laying more fiber optic cables.
A pilot? What do you fly?
Copters. You know what I think?
I think that's where the UN moved Echelon 4 back when they promised they were going to stop spying on people.
Surveillance is a very distributed technology. To centralize it in one large facility would be very unusual, even for the UN.
I bet they did it. They want to centralize everything. Every computer on the planet.
Know anything that's worth the price of a beer?
This old bird's had enough. Hell, I'm about to go on duty.
What kind of chopper pilot starts work at midnight?
You're with UNATCO, right?
Why do you ask?
I'm the one that flies your brother Paul to Hong Kong. He told me to watch out for you.
I didn't know UNATCO hired pilots.
The black choppers are run by the NSA to support various classified operations. Pentagon uses them, the CIA. They hired me because I don't ask any questions.
And yet you've got a big mouth. Explaining a lot of what Area 51 is about and your intake on it, even if you were wrong. I'm pretty sure that if they were tracking you, they'd have a serious problem with you discussing stuff like that. But, whatever. It's your life on the line, not mine. Even though that guy's our main pilot and we're going to be using him for the duration of the game. Just saying, mate, you might not want to be so open as to discuss things like that. And Echelon 4, the stuff he talked about will be introduced later on in the game, and oh my goodness, people do not know how to flush a chain. We still got the unisex bathrooms though, which is a bit of a shame because some places in London, some of the clubs in London that I used to go to are no longer unisex, which, you know, is not a problem per se, but it sucks that because the women's bathrooms in these places are a lot larger than the men's ones. And annoyingly, they still treat the men's one as unisex, but the women's one is just strictly one gender. And I feel like there's a bit of, you know, BS going on right there. But I don't really know the reason or the rationale towards it is. It's like, I don't know. It's just one of those weird things, I guess, but it is what it is. Just brings... It's the clubs I go to anyway, especially called Slimelight. Definitely a shell of its former self now, given that I've been going to that place for at least 15 years. Yeah, 15, 16 years. It's definitely not the same as it once was. So. But again, it's weird having this conversation now when Thor's not here, because we definitely touched base on this. For this part, but you know, I love. Let's just touch on the positives. I love this bar area. I love the place. I love how it looks. I love how it actually is a bar. So we've discussed all of that. So we're gonna go speak to this person here. Hello.
Hey, you with the troops? I need help.
What's the problem?
Actually, it's my friend. Johnny took her into the alley west of here, across the street.
Slow down. Who's Johnny?
I got a bad feeling about this. He was mad. He gets crazy when he's mad.
Don't worry. I'll check it out.
Okay. So, we're going to have a couple of conversations left and we're going to go quickly outside because it's coming up to an hour now and I'm actually going to end the parts very soon. But, may as well do this now first. Hello. Used car salesman. Used car salesman with a question mark. That's an interesting description. That's coming up on my retinal scan, I guess.
Joe Green, Midnight Sun, glad to know you. What can you tell me about what's going on out there?
Sorry, regulations prevent me from talking to the press.
Regulations, huh? So you are part of the crackdown.
Like I said, I have nothing to say.
Too stylish for the National Guard? Too athletic for NYPD? You must be from UNATCO.
I really can't be bothered right now. How about I ask you a few questions?
Splendid. I certainly would like to know what an international anti-terrorist organization expects to find in a dive like this.
Well, what else would you want to find? Now, I'm only going to show you the dialogue and see what happens. But I'm actually going to reload it and not have to deal with it, I suppose.
Heard anything about a secret NSF power generator?
Aha. Playing the detective, are we? I take it you've been assigned to eliminate certain weapons systems. Defenses, maybe? Am I getting warm?
Just answer the question.
Let me be more pointed. How does it feel to be ordered to murder civilians just because they support the fastest-growing political movement in this nation's history?
In a democracy, armed rebellion is criminal, not political.
Rebellion, as the Declaration of Independence tells us, is not only our right, but our duty when we have suffered a long train of abuses and usurpations.
Sounds almost like the general elections of what's been recently going on, transpiring with the Conservatives and the Labour Party here in England. But I'm not going to bore you with that type of politics. We will be touching a lot of this. It'll be touch base on a lot of this part in the game. Because this game just brings it out of you.
This is gonna make a great story.
I'm sure it will. I'm going to reload it because I want to actually go through the other end.
Joe Green, Midnight Sun, glad to know you. What can you tell me about what's going on out there?
Sorry, regulations.
Regulations, huh?
Like I said.
Too stylish for...
I really can't. How about I ask you a few questions?
Splendid.
On second thought, I don't need your help.
Then let me ask you a question. What do you think about the summary executions happening on the very streets of New York?
I'd call it civil unrest.
Let me be more pointed. How does it feel to be ordered to murder civilians just because they support the fastest-growing political movement in this nation's history?
In a democracy, armed rebellion is criminal, not political.
Rebellion, as the Declaration of Independence tells us, is not only our right...
So same conversations, really, but I think if we were to go through the top part of the conversation, when we actually go back to UNATCO and speak to Joseph Mandalay, he'll kind of box our ears a little bit and say, don't talk to the press. It's against protocol or something like that, so it's kind of not... Yeah, you obviously don't want to bite the hand that feeds you too much, really. You might say that now, just as I was trying to ask him a question, even though I didn't technically give him any information. But there's some, there's some dialogue choices here and there that I'm not going to touch base on every little thing that I do. Okay, we'll find out what this situation is and then we'll end the part.
What I'm telling you, girl.
You said I didn't have to. Make Janie do it.
I already took the money. And when it's JoJo and it's something he wants, you gotta do it. You and me both, baby. We helpless.
We were just gonna hang out today.
I told you how it don't play with me, this amateur, unprofessional bullshit.
Johnny.
If it's business, it's business. If it's us two hanging out, then we hang out. Right now, it's business.
I want out, Johnny. I didn't know it would get like this.
Put it this way. You in it. You want out is like a gang. You get beat out.
You want something? Talk to Johnny.
What you want?
It doesn't really matter which one of these you pick, because I'm pretty much gonna knock him out soon anyway. How much to take the lady off you now? I'm not gonna pay this trash. I'm just gonna threaten him.
You've got 10 seconds to beat it before I add you to the list of NSF casualties.
Easy, bro. Just having us a conversation.
5 seconds.
Girl's got a head full of marbles. I have to yell, or she don't hear me.
3.
She skitzes on me. It's my ass, man.
1.
All right. I'm going. Jesus.
Dude sounds like Ike Turner. Hey, dude. Honey. Sandra.
Thanks.
Sucks to get backed into a corner.
I was trying to find the back way into smugglers.
Right. The weapons dealer.
Hey, you shouldn't have took down Johnny. Soon as JoJo finds out.
I've been hearing about this punk JoJo. I'll straighten him out if you can tell me where to find him.
You can't touch JoJo. He doesn't go out and there's only 2 ways to the warehouse.
Warehouse?
You think he can sneak into Osgood's at the park, but in the first place, it's locked.
The park? Where UNATCO has the NSF pinned down?
And if you go underground, he's got laser tripwires, drone guns, military-type stuff, plus there are guards on the roof.
Tell you what, I'll handle JoJo. You stay out of the way until the NSF have pulled back.
I can take care of myself.
Oh yeah, that was blatantly obvious just then. Anyway, we're going to end the part here, guys, so thanks for watching, and in the next part, we're going to touch base on exploring the rest of Hell's Kitchen, finishing up touch base. So we're going to touch base on all the side stuff that we well, that I want to do, at least want to show you again. And thankfully I'm not drained as much as I thought I would be. It's interesting. So in the next part we're going to touch base on that, and then we're going to start heading our way towards the main objective, which is the warehouse generator and all this jazz. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next part. Laters.